Damn. 24 people before you hit the boy up. I see how it is, man. Mhm.
You want me to introduce you? You want to introduce yourself, bro?
You can start and I can finish wherever you don't pick up. I mean,
Okay. Do you want me to use your government name or just JT is cool?
I don't care, man. I ain't trying to hide behind the shadows like some people here. No, I'm out of the Shadowland if you get what I'm trying to
I
say.
got you. I got you. I got you. All right, guys. I got JT with me here. We met. Was it 13 or 14?
2012 at
2012.
MWSS 271, Cherry Point, North Carolina. Utilities platoon. It sounds so gross saying that all together.
Reporting for duty.
Yep. We were both young Marines at the time, four
Yeah.
score and 70 pounds ago.
For real.
Then we got shipped to Guatemala together, and that's where we started to becoming friends.
Yeah,
We
for
kind of
sure.
knew each other, but we didn't like hang out or anything before Guatemala.
Yeah, because apparently you thought I was a jerk.
No, I didn't think you were a jerk. I said I thought you were a douche. You looked like a bro with them
A jerk
glasses and
douche, same difference.
you with them glasses and that fresh fade, man. You looked like a straight up douche. You had you at the time you actually cared, so your camis were always on point and clean.
No.
You looked like a guy who was like, I love the Marine Corps. It fucks me in the ass and I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then I
remember.
found out you were a nerd. I remember you got butthurt at me for calling myself a nerd.
Yeah, I was messing with you guys. You and Clemens, I used to mess around with.
We were in Guatemala and I was like, I'm a nerd. And you're like, you ain't no fucking nerd. I was like, whoa. Didn't know I needed to prove my nerd credentials here.
I was just messing with y'all. But I'll tell you what, it was refreshing to find more. Tell you that
Yeah,
much.
no.
Everyone's closeted, you know?
Well, yeah, and a lot of people, they got like in the Marine Corps, especially, it's mostly jocks that join.
Right.
You get the handful of nerd, but you get mostly the guys who like sports and jocks. And I mean, that's like, I mean, name one nerd bar they had close to a base that you and I knew about.
The only thing they had was, you remember the sandbar
Yeah,
at school?
that little. Oh, you're talking about yeah, you're
Yeah.
talking about.
They
But they,
actually
but
had like little game stations. That was cool.
yeah, but I mean, at the same token, that's just like another place for people to go hang out. But
Mm.
most of it was for hanging out and watching sports, if you remember.
Yeah, no, it definitely was, yeah.
They had a place for you to play like volleyball. Then they had like, a bar, and then they had some other stuff for sports. They did have those like four chairs with a game station, yeah, at the one TV.
Yeah.
I remember when I first went, I saw people playing sports games, and I was like, "Oh, I'm out."
Yeah. Dude, have you played, speaking of sports game, have you played any growing up?
I really loved the Madden, the old school Madden, where even after you tackled someone, you could keep beating the crap out of them on the ground. You'd
Yeah.
be like, they'd be talking about the play, and you'd see your avatar like run in the background, and you'd be like jumping and drop kicking people in the
Yeah.
face.
Dude.
I grew up playing that. The old NBA Street game for the 64 and PS1, where they had metal instead of like the metal chains on the basket. And if you did a really good play, I don't remember how you did it, but you see people get the ball on fire, and then you
Yeah,
do an
yeah.
awesome slam dunk, and it would like smash the freaking chain and the
I think it was called a game.
backboard.
I think it was called a game breaker.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they brought it back in NBA Street when they bought it for the PS2, but still. And then I grew up playing. I loved baseball games, surprisingly.
Same, same.
I remember putting the cheat code for Ken Griffey Jr. He pointed to the outfield, and you were guaranteed to hit a home run if you hit the ball.
Yeah.
You like press some stupid buttons on the controller, and Ken Griffey Jr. would stop, straighten his back, and he'd point at the outfield in a direction, and then you go back.
And then just cheat.
Yeah. I mean, though that was cool because we might remember, like, I don't know if you did, but as a kid, like, only person who had a working computer with internet connection was my father.
Mm.
So we would beg him to get cheat codes, and my dad would be like, "All right, when I'm done working, I'll get the cheat codes." So you have to wait, like I'd have to wait. I remember me having to wait like 4 or 5 hours sometimes for cheat codes, maybe even more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd be in bed and wake up, and my dad would have the cheat codes printed out on the
D-
table in the morning for
Yo,
me.
W dad right there, bro.
Yeah, but it
That's
was cool.
awesome.
I mean, we'd play the heck out of the game with cheats, without cheats, because like kids are spoiled, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, but kids are kind of spoiled with the amount of content they have today.
Yeah, yeah, you
I remember getting 2 to 3 new games a year, and if you wanted to play, you had to play the crap out of your game before your parents even considered getting another one.
yeah, you had to make your own content.
Yeah. So I remember playing the crap out of every single game I ever owned growing up.
Same, same. 100% completion and beyond.
Yeah, but even then, like you would still like even like it would suck if you 100% of the game, because then you're stuck with you don't know how, when you're getting the next game.
Yeah. But that's
So
when
I
you
remember,
start messing around with like you said, cheat codes and stuff, and
yeah, having
you
fun.
had to, yeah,
I remember beating the crap out of the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Beat the
yeah,
game like I beat the game like 4 or 5 times. Eventually got my dad to get me cheats, and I remember getting like I'd have like a tiny body, a big head, and infinite
yeah,
air, and
yeah,
I'd be doing like Tony Hawk's like 960 like 13 times in a row before I even landed, with a bunch of tricks in between. Getting like 75,000 points off of one trick back in the day.
yeah. Yep, that's how you did it, man. Dude, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, man, because I just saw I was watching Angry Joe's video on Madden 24. It's just getting so bad now. Madden is just such a cash cow. It's a shame.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. I was going through my old games a little while ago, bro. I still own Madden 97 for the 64. One of the best
What?
Madden games I have ever played.
Oh my goodness.
I still have it. I still have almost every single 64 game I ever owned growing up.
How?
My mom and dad kept them away, and then I was the only one who wanted them, so they gave them to me.
Look at that. You got some ancient relics in there, I bet.
I have a Sega Genesis game too, and a Sega Genesis console.
My man.
Fatal Fury, Terry's game, man.
Wow.
Don't
Now
know
you're
if that,
talking.
don't know if it works because the Sega Genesis don't work.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just growing up with our era and seeing the kids' era nowadays and the
Yeah.
shift of the gaming. I mean, it's cool watching the new technology comes out, but I still miss those nostalgic, linear type of games where and everything was earned. Like you bought a game and it was 100% complete. There was nothing next. There was no
Right.
new content coming out. And I do like that games do introduce new content for you to play, like a good thing like Elden Ring, for an example. Like you
Yeah.
beat the game, the beginning, the base package so many times that you get to the end game and you want to see what this end game would do something against something new. I understand that. But as a
Yeah.
kid, we didn't have that option growing up. You
Yeah.
got as strong as you could get, and that was it.
Yeah. I would really only get games like Christmas or my birthday. So
Or if you were lucky and occasionally, I don't know if you gotta go. We used to do every Friday night was Blockbuster night.
oh yeah, we had those, yeah. Like
Yeah,
every other week, yeah. Yeah. And then you would like get games too?
yeah.
Yeah, same.
So my dad would get a movie for him and mom. My dad would get a movie for himself that my mom wouldn't watch because it's inappropriate and the kids weren't allowed to watch. The kids would all get to pick a couple movies, and then each of us kids would be able to pick a game.
Dude, Blockbuster, bro, that's crazy. Now you're really taking it back.
I kind of I understand why it's gone. I mean, they made some dumb investments, but I like maybe nostalgic. I kind of miss it. But at the same token, I hate leaving my house. So even if Blockbuster came back, I probably wouldn't go very often.
But dude, I mean, think about it though. You could try out a game, right? You pay. What was
Yeah.
it? Do you remember how much it was?
Man, I don't remember. I remember my dad would spend like $30 for all that. Maybe it was $20 back in the day.
So it's got to be like, if let's say you just want a game, it's got to be like no more than like what, like
Maybe
$3 a day,
$5. Three, yeah,
$5 a day.
yeah, yeah. That's if you didn't have any late fees.
Yeah, because you had to like rent it out for a certain amount of time or something. It's
And
like
the,
what?
and I will say the only downside to our era was if like the game you wanted wasn't in stock, like everyone else had rented out. I remember I
That's what
couldn't.
I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
I, I remember the first time I went, I couldn't get Pokemon Stadium because it was rented out. They
Yeah.
didn't have any available copies, and I
Yeah.
had to wait. I had to wait a little bit. But there was one game me and my brothers would always rent. It was always I don't remember if you remember the old Rampage, bro.
Yes. They
Rampage
made a
game.
movie. Dwayne the Rock
Yeah,
Johnson.
yeah, I know. We would rent Rampage mostly, and then occasionally we'd mix it up. Like we would get Mario Party, we would get Super Smash Bros. When the first one dropped.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
it was
Damn, I think
mostly,
that's actually how I played Pokemon too. I think I rented it from Blockbuster.
yeah,
I think I played that. I played Dead to Rights from Blockbuster.
yeah. But your parents were a little more open with what you were allowed to play than me growing up,
True,
based
true.
off what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, like I had a hardcore Christian mom. Like she would have caught me playing Mortal Kombat for the 64. I'd have got my butt whoops twice
Yeah.
a Sunday, man.
You get butt whooped to Sunday, taken to church, and get exercised.
Yeah.
I can see the concept still working today because a lot of games. I mean, games are $70 now, dude.
I
How
mean,
much?
that's why Game Passes are becoming more of a thing. If you notice, like
Yeah.
Starfield just dropped, and my brother doesn't have his Game Pass, but he's using mine to play Starfield. I
Did
mean,
you
look
play
at
it
it.
yet?
Like, no, I haven't played it yet.
I, I I couldn't run it, man.
Mm,
Yeah, I only had a 1070.
that's
It
what
looks all
happens.
right though.
That's what
But
happens
you,
when you get a dirt cheap computer. I'm just kidding.
dude, I bought this thing when it like when the 10 series first came out.
I know you're telling me because you were making all that dough, and you were like, I want." You were being stupid, and you went to Best Buy and was like, "Give me your best computer now."
Yeah, at the time was a 1070. How embarrassing is that? No,
I
but
mean, not really. I mean, you didn't really know much, and no one you knew
no.
that was in your immediate circle
Yeah, I
were
would never do
into
that now.
computer. We're
Yeah,
we're into computers.
no. I should
I
have
mean,
been.
should have built your own computer. Yeah,
I should have asked around more. Like, I guess in a way, I can kind of see it working today. If like you said, if it was like a brand new game and you rented it out for like 3 days.
but isn't that what GameFly is basically?
Wait, does it? Do they still exist?
I don't know if they still exist, but you can still go to. I don't know if it's still a thing, but didn't Redbox also used to let you rent all the newest games?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Redbox, and then freaking also GameFly, man. I don't know if GameFly is still a thing.
I'd have to look it up. I don't know though. That's the thing. Like, I feel like Netflix could do something like that, but I just don't like the idea of streaming it. Having the hard copy. I mean, every game is like, I swear you gotta like download some type of update anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's becoming more popular day one patches.
Yeah. That would be cool, man. Like, I would have liked to have rented Starfield first if I could have helped it. I don't even
Yeah,
know if I have. Do I have a disc drive on this thing? I think I do. Yeah,
I
like
mean,
pop in a PC CD. I mean, when's the last time you did that, right? Holy crap.
I don't even own my computer doesn't even have a CD-ROM.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, at this point, you don't even need one, but it would be cool. If you got like a Steam key or something, you could just rent it out and then, like, I don't know, it expires or something. That'd be neat.
Yeah,
No. But I don't know. I'd have to double check about Gamefly. But yeah, that was basically the same thing.
I
Netflix
think.
used to do that. They used to mail it to your house and you'd have to
Yeah,
mail it back.
the first time I heard Netflix, actually, my brother who's living with me, I went and visited him and my grandma when they used to live up in Sterling, which is about 2 hours away from where I lived.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my grandma rented a movie for me and Bill, and one for her.
Mm,
And you had 7 days to watch it and return it without incurring any late fees.
yeah. Speaking of
So,
movies, you watch anything cool lately? You want to talk about?
oh, I hate talking movies with you because you never watch anything.
It depends on what it is.
That doesn't matter. I remember being because like I grew up. We got to remember, I grew up with my oldest sister is like 50 something now.
Yeah.
So I grew up with a lot of stuff that was before my generation and the
Mm,
previous generation before that,
yeah.
and with my parents' stuff. So I grew up with like my movie palette goes from like the 50s to today.
Yeah. My dad was more into like, my dad would just bring home movies
Mhm.
from this like bootleg VHS store.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Were they literally top shelf or
They
like
were
bootleg?
always bootleg, dude. Come on. And it would be like Die Hard, Rambo,
Yeah, I grew
and
up with those too.
Yeah, like that's like the main movies I saw a lot growing up. Terminator,
Yeah.
you know, all the major action flicks he was into. The Matrix. What
Actually,
else?
there's a really freaky movie right now. If you want to have a mind trip on
Mm.
Netflix, hold on, I gotta look up the name of it. I just watched it with my brother and his kids a few days ago. No, like a week and a half ago. But man, is it a trippy? Hey, Bill, what was that movie with that crazy bear that spoke human?
Sounds like Baldur's Gate.
No, the that bear. They go through that like purple like wavy shit. Remember that movie where they go through that like purple stuff and they got all those animals that are getting deformed and then that girl turns into the flower? The fl So if you want a crazy movie to look up, man, go to Netflix and look up Annihilation. And that's a mind trip right there, man.
Let me see.
It's called Annihilation on Netflix, man. It is a trip.
Came out 2018.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman.
It's
Jungle type sci-fi, Joan, or what?
yep. Last day to watch is actually the September 29th on Netflix.
What's
And it's got
the synopsis? Can you give me
so
without spoilers?
basically, yeah, basically the story is a meteor crashes to Earth, causing a anomaly on Earth.
Mm.
And inside the anomaly, they've sent tons of teams over year. I don't know how many years, but at least 2 years and or a year, and like only like one person has made it back. And
Mm.
they take the main character Natalie Portman, her and a group of four or three other women go through it, and it's documenting their experience basically inside the anomaly
Mm.
up to the ending of the movie.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, it
How
looks
about
like
you, how about you, your anime journey? What's your last anime you watched, my brother?
dude, I haven't been keeping up. I haven't been keeping up at all. I haven't watched anything
Mm,
since we watched some One Piece together. That's the last thing I saw.
yeah, you want to know episode of I'm on of One Piece?
I know One Piece is going crazy right now, son.
Yeah, that's because
One,
they just dropped a thing called Gear 5.
yeah, it's like his new form or something.
Uh, I mean, it's hard to explain without spoiling it.
I don't care if you do.
Basically, you know that Luffy ate the what's called the gum gum fruit and he can stretch
Yeah.
his body. Well, devil fruits can awaken.
Okay.
Devil fruit powers can awaken, and Gear 5 is his form of it being awoken.
So what is his new powers now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm only I mean that's happening in 1,000 something, and right now I am only 842.
Okay. So
This is the
about 200
first
plus episodes before you get there, anyway.
200 and some episodes. Yeah, basically 200 some plus episodes.
Would you? Okay, so you haven't seen it yet. I was gonna ask you if you'd agree that it's more iconic than Super Saiyan because apparently people were saying that.
It's more iconic than Super Saiyan. I've seen what it looks like,
Yeah.
and it's got some. I mean, some people might get pissed off, but it's got some similarities. Not a lot, just off the cosmetic I've seen. Like Luffy's hair changes to white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether or not like all of what it entails, I don't know till I get there. And once I get there and can see what it all entails, like I just got introduced to Gear 4.
Mm.
So Luffy eventually gets his power called the Gears. One of them, he speeds himself up really fast, and he can like jump around and like basically move really quickly to keep up with faster paced enemies. Then he's got Gear 3. Since he's made of rubber, he blows up his arm to the size of, you know, he just makes a massive arm, and then
Mm.
he can like throw a punch like a giant version of his moves.
Mm.
It's the equivalent of like his hand becomes that of a giant's hand, or his foot becomes that of a giant's foot.
Right.
And then Gear 4 is basically like a combination of what's called hockey, which is a form of power that some people have access to in the world, and then his Gear 3, and then he gets Gear 4 out of it.
Gotcha.
It looks if you ever look up Gear 4 Luffy, man, it looks goofy beyond belief. But like actually seeing it in action, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure for the One Piece fans, they've been eating very well lately. So,
Yeah, sad thing is, I guess a sad and good thing. One Piece has been airing since 1997,
hmm.
and it's about to be entering its final saga.
So it's
One Piece,
actually gonna wrap up.
yeah. I
Wow.
guess there's a character named Shanks, if you remember. He was kind of like the main reason Luffy became a pirate. He gave Luffy the straw hat. And I guess Oda, the creator, said that if he ever started introducing Shanks into the anime or the manga, that means it's in its final saga because you see Shanks a couple times here and there throughout all these 800 episodes, but you never really get to see why. So they have categories of pirates. You have your run-of-the-mill pirates, then you have warlords, which are government-sanctioned pirates, are government-sanctioned criminals, and then you get to these things called the emperors, and the emperors are not government-sanctioned. They're the only counterbalance to the government in a way. They're so powerful that they own fleets and territories.
Mm,
And Shanks is one of the four emperors, but like through the series, you see other emperors who own like their fleets and you see their territories, but you never see Shanks's fleets or territories. So far, up to 840 something where I'm at, you kind of don't like, you just know a little bit about Shanks, but not a lot.
right.
They keeping him well hidden behind some stuff. I mean, he's had some cool appearances, but that's about it. Yeah, I haven't seen him really fight. You haven't really seen him like up to where I'm at, like really do anything. I'm kind of waiting to see. I can't wait to see. Like, I want to know how Shanks became an emperor. I understand, like you have to be strong to become an emperor, but still, to become a pirate emperor in the One Piece realm takes a lot.
Right. Now is he supposed to be like I guess the final boss to the whole One Piece thing?
That's what's crazy. So I don't know. So
Hmm.
they have the four emperors, and where I'm at right now, Luffy's basically taking on two different emperors. He kind of declared war on two emperors because I don't know. You watched it a little bit of it. Luffy's kind of like, I don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks of me. I'm gonna fight you. You know, throw your
Yeah.
hands up, throw your dukes up. But basically, like I guess I kind of got something spoiled for me. Like Luffy becomes a an unofficial emperor and then or he becomes an emperor and like he's going to take down the emperors and to do that because he wants to become the next king of the pirates, which is the whole like Hokage for Naruto basically.
Gotcha.
He wants to become the best pirate that's around the block. And Naruto became Hokage. Bleach wrapped up, but we're still waiting on Luffy to become king of the pirates, man.
Yeah, so then obviously once that happens, I mean we don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we don't know if he's gonna become king. I mean, people are probably gonna assume he is, but I mean, think about it, man. I mean, these animes came out like early 90s and then played throughout the 2000s for our childhood, and One Piece is the only one still running.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I mean, they have Boruto now. They have I don't know if you noticed, but they revitalized Bleach recently with some
No.
new arcs. So if you're a Bleach fan, they revitalized. They got a couple new arcs in Bleach. But those shows have started and concluded from their original air date to the original ending.
Yeah.
One Piece is the only one that's not. Like it's still the main cast still adventuring for, 26 years now. Luffy has
Yeah, that's
been.
what I was gonna say. In 2027,
1997.
that'll be 30 years. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely like I said. I told you before. I've watched the first like because in the Marine Corps, I only owned the first 250 some episodes. I watched those like 8 times, and then I rewatched it and got back up to like 600 and something, and then I rewatched it with you, starting over, and now I'm back at now. Oh, now I'm further than I've ever been at 842.
Yeah, like I remember Matt was telling me about it, like how apparently he has stuff written for like more years than you'd expect or something like that. Like he's
Well,
got content on content.
I hope he does because if something ever happens to Oda, like it would really suck. I mean, there's been some great animes. I mean, it's kind of a perverted anime, but it's got a great story. It's got great action. Do you remember watching High School of the Dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the reason it didn't get a second season is because the creator died.
Oh snap.
Same thing with Kazi no Stigma, a great anime that had a really good, strong first season. Never get another season. They ended on a cliffhanger, but that's because the creator died.
Yeah. I
And
think
it
that
really is
happened
a
with another one that I know that I was keeping up with when I was younger. It's called Trinity Blood. I think they
Trinity Blood.
stopped. Trinity Blood, yeah. It's a vampire anime. They had to
Yeah,
stop
I
because
think
I think either the guy passed away or something else happened. I forgot.
he died July 15th of 2004. Sunio Yoshida was the guy who
Yeah,
created Trinity Blood, and he was born 1969 of October, and he died in 2004.
yeah,
I mean, it's sad that happens, and that would be kind of, I hope, uh, you know, I understand that it happens, but I hope, good health to Oda. I hope One Piece finally, I hope one day it gets its conclusion. Because that's a long time. I mean, I'm not saying, anything negative, but man, if Oda died tomorrow, I would be very, knock on wood, bless the heavens, you
yeah.
know.
Nothing happens. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, if One Piece just stopped where the last stuff he has in the works would be kind of like, because it's really hard. A book series called The Wheel of Time is a good example. One of my favorite book series out there in the world, but the creator died, and then his son was supposed to take over, but another guy ended up taking over and finishing the series. But people have said they've read it that they could tell there's a difference between what Robert Jordan wrote and the guy who finished the Wheel of Time series.
hmm.
And if you have Amazon Prime, you got Prime Video, man, you should check out the Wheel of Time series, the Wheel of Time show. It's
I
pretty
heard it's not
fucking
that
good.
good though.
I read the books, and I think it's a pretty good. I mean, we've seen that with video games, though. Critics will downvote a game, and then we'll play it like, well, I don't get what the critics are trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was. That was the movie I was gonna tell you about earlier. Nefarious.
Nefarious?
Yeah, I saw that movie. And it's one of those like the critics really shunned it, but the audience scores like unanimously like 5 out of 5s,
Is it this with
ten
like
out
this
of 10.
guy speak of the devil Nefarious?
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
yeah. It's yeah, it'll creep you out, man.
Uh,
Apparently, some exorcist said, yeah, like that's the best depiction of a demon you'll ever see.
so you're a big superhero guy like me in some ways. You seen the
Yeah, yeah,
new
yeah. It
Flash?
depends.
You seen the new Flash?
Nah, what's good with
Don't,
what's good with that?
don't
Don't right. I
save
heard I
yourself.
didn't hear good things about it.
Wait, my brother invited me with his son, my, and then I took my daughter, and a couple other people showed up, family, but we went and saw it, man, and I'm gonna tell you, man, that was.
Garb.
I hate to say it like this, man, but they made the main character run like the special needs kid on the playground.
Oh, you know what? I seen that. It's like the goofiest run. It doesn't even look right.
My daughter started running that as soon as I was out there. I was like, no, we are not
Yeah.
starting that as a habit. And
No.
I hate to make that comparison because they always ran a little, but I mean, you look at Barry Allen from the Netflix series, and he runs like they made the speed really cool. Then
Yeah.
they go to the movie, and it was like you had a way bigger budget and made this garbage.
Yeah, they could at least make the running more visceral.
No, do you remember the X-Men movie where Quicksilver's running around?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was cool.
They kind of recreated that at the beginning of the movie, but it wasn't as cool.
That's a
Like
shame.
everything is going so slow since he's moving so fast.
Yeah, yeah. But in that movie, they did it right because he was like listening to music or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The everything just added up really well in that.
yeah,
The movie had some interesting concepts because it's about him breaking the timeline, learning he can run so fast that he can travel in time.
yeah.
And it was cool watching him break the timeline. But other than that, the movie had nothing special about it, other than George Clooney's Batman, and he's only at the end.
So did they show the part where he cut into Batman vs Superman or something like that? Did they show it?
I don't remember, man. I don't remember
Do you
much about
remember? It was either Batman vs Superman or one of the Batman movies where
worse.
like Flash
Okay,
shows up and he's like, you
I'd have
know,
to I'd have to rewatch
I
both
think it
those
was
things.
Batman vs Superman, and like Flash goes to the past to warn him of I think Superman, and I don't know if they
Uh,
put it in the movie or not.
I don't know because the movie's basically plot is I don't know if you know Barry Allen's past, like his hero origin.
Walk me through it because I kind of forgot.
Basically, one day his father goes out, his mother is murdered, father comes home, everyone blames the father for the murder, and Barry Allen tries to go, eventually gets the power as the Flash. He tries to go back in time to stop she tries to change the timeline for his mother to live and his father not to be accused and all this other stuff. But every time he does it, he breaks something. Because like in like you move a single pack of ramen on a shelf, for an example. Well, that could have been in someone else's villain story. For example, someone wanted to go to the store to get a ramen, and there's no ramen, and he just snaps. I know it's a
Right.
dumb example, but that's how fickle the timeline is. They make it,
Okay.
and that's basically his origin story, and that's what the movie basically all is Barry Allen going to the past, save his parents, and he does, and then he goes back to the future, and the whole movie is him trying to fix the timeline he broke.
Mm,
I'll just be honest, man. DC makes some of the best animated movies. They made the worst superhero movies
yeah. Unfortunately.
in the last decade. And Marvel, I don't really think they make the best animated movies. I've only seen a couple that no, they're pretty good. They're not DC movie bad in my personal opinion, but Marvel basically blew they won the cinematic war.
Yeah.
There's no way DC, I mean with the hot garbage they've released, they just can't compete.
Mm-mm. You know you're in bad shape when Aquaman sold the most.
Yeah, and he wasn't even the most popular Justice League member.
Right.
Yeah, he's the coolest. Yeah, like Jason Momoa's. I mean, that's his right, Jason Momoa. I
Yeah.
don't know how to say his name.
No, you said it right.
He's got the coolest freaking movies.
Yep.
And even then, I'm not even saying those are good movies.
No. Did you like the new Batman?
The one with Twilight Sparkles,
Yeah, Robert Pattinson.
I've not watched it. You
A lot
told
of
me it
people.
was good, but hold on, I still have yet to see the Joker movie, and I heard
Joker
that was
movie's
phenomenal.
phenomenal, but
Yeah.
I don't. I actually don't like this Batman that much, man.
You called me and were bragging about it. You don't remember that? You're like, give it a chance, JT, man, give it a chance.
The Joker movie, yeah, but the new Batman, it kind of. The more I thought about it, the more I don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it unless you want me to, but
All of if it ever comes up and I have the time to watch it, like speaking of movies, you seen that new Robin Hood movie, John,
the new Robin Hood movie you said?
with Jamie Foxx?
Mm-mm.
It's
He's
a
Robin
movie.
Hood?
No, 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 no. He's like an allied slash trainer, or I don't. He goes through a whole training scene, and Jamie Foxx is this like Arabic warrior who's passing on a lineage to the guy who becomes Robin Hood. It'd be better to watch with kids. They probably would like it a little more.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they tried something really different and it was okay.
Mhm.
I'd give it, if I'm being gracious, I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
So average.
Well, okay, well, 4 out of 10. It's a little below average in my personal opinion.
Damn.
It's got some really cool like ideas and like scenes, but other than that, man, like it's got real no. There's no meat and potatoes that's gonna grip you and make you like. I'd have been mad if I would have paid to see that in theaters.
I feel that.
Not like when you and I saw The Imitation Game, which was one of the best World War II movies I've ever seen,
Oh yeah, that was a banger, dude.
and that didn't even have a single. That was straight drama film with like no action.
Yeah, yeah,
One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
yeah,
And speaking
yeah.
of that,
That's
man, he made a really good Doctor Strange.
right. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's a perfect Doctor Strange. I can't picture anybody else. It's like him and Robert Downey as Iron Man. Like I can't. Who the hell can you imagine as Iron Man?
Uh, okay, well, we can take a step back. I agree. It's really hard to imagine someone else. But if you were to get an actor who had that same oomph, the same thing with Doctor Strange, I can't imagine doing it. But I bet you there are other actors who could have done the role. Not as it have been as good, but
Yeah, I
there
don't
are
know.
like, I mean, for example, Robert Downey Jr. has that personality to do Deadpool. He could do that like cockiness back and forth, but he wouldn't. But no one would be able to like actually picture him as Deadpool, you know?
No, yeah, not at this point. Did you see
Oh,
Hugh
you talking about
Jackman's
Deadpool?
putting on the yellow outfit?
Yeah, back to Deadpool 3, huh?
Hype.
Have you seen some of the trailers for it?
I have stayed away from them. I kind of want to be
Well, there's
surprised.
yeah, me too. But there's one you gotta watch. It's got Ryan Reynolds um sitting there talking about him doing Deadpool 3, and he goes, or no, he's like says something and he looks in the background and goes, "Hey Hugh, you want to be Wolverine in Deadpool 3?" And Hugh walks by and goes, "Sure, why not?" Or some shit like that. But it's really good. It's a real creative way to promote it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think he retired from the role, but the fact that he got him back to do that is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Logan, it's really hard to follow up with Logan. Logan, like I still need to see it, but I know it's a great movie. But it's really hard to follow up Logan. And the reason I haven't watched it is because I loved Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like he was a great, phenomenal Wolverine. He played it really well in all the X-Men movies and Origins. Even that Wolverine movie with that robotic, futuristic samurai. Like the movie wasn't good, but Hugh Jackman was still good at it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, dude,
And
yeah. Yeah,
and
when
then it
you see
goes,
Logan, it's gonna blow your mind, dude. It's so good.
yeah, it is good, but it's kind of like, it reminds me of
What?
like Disney did the same thing with Obi-Wan. The Obi-Wan show and Logan are kind of similar situations.
Mm,
Like they're both, badasses who are, you know, now feeble and not really able to use their powers as they once were.
yeah. It kind of gave me like the Last of Us vibes, bro.
Really, Logan?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it then.
Yeah. You'll see why. You'll see the parallel. Just
Okay,
think
yeah,
Last of Us like one as you're
yeah,
watching Logan, and you're gonna be like, I can kind of see it.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then, speaking of Last of Us, let's segue into games now. We can come
hmm
back to TV if we want. You've been playing anything new?
So let me tell you, I played. You're gonna laugh at me, dude. I was making some gameplay for my TikTok, dude, and you know what I was playing? You wouldn't guess it.
Uh, Hold on. I gotta think of some dumb game that
Yeah,
everyone.
like really bad.
Man, the only game that's coming on the top of my mind for some reason is Fortnite.
Worse than Fortnite.
Is it? It wasn't an 18-bit shooter, was it?
No,
Like we say worse than Fortnite. Are you talking about like
like the
PUBG?
name by name by name.
Man,
Peak cringe.
I was gonna guess Dead or Alive bikini battles, whatever.
Hey, that fighting game goes hard.
I've
Dead or
heard, but
Alive
it's
is actually decent, but
no,
it's
no, no.
just
I'm talking about the fan service version
yeah,
games.
yeah. That's just straight. Yeah, that game is just straight fan service. The game, yeah,
Yeah, the bikini game.
yeah.
If it's a cringe game, I gotta think of something that's like maybe something sportsy. I don't know, man. Like, no, you gotta give me more of a hint. It's cringe. Gotta give me more of a hint. Who made it?
Okay. I'm even making a video about it.
Come on.
I'll tell you this. This might give it away. Let me see if you've been keeping up with your gaming news. They've recently been licensed to PlayStation.
No, you got me.
Dude, I've been playing Roblox.
What?
Yeah, dude.
You're gross.
I know, bro. But when you see the
You turned it straight back into a whole ass child. The Fall Guys, Fortnite, and Roblox.
yeah, right. I've rescinded into pure freaking childhood.
Hey, Yuki, what you want for your birthday? You want a Nerf gun or do you want a lollipop?
They got a game on there that's better than COD.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's okay. Which CODs are we talking about? Old CODs or new CODs?
The new CODs. They're better than the new CODs.
Well, that's not very hard to do, sadly.
Yeah.
And I've never been a big Call of Duty fan, but I understood what it did for the market.
Yeah. Let me just show you.
Okay, man, but I'm about to. I'm already starting to feel it.
You wouldn't believe me until I showed you. Let me just show you.
Sorry. Looks just like the meat factory from Dead by Daylight.
All right, let me show you gameplay. Look at this.
This is Roblox?
This is Roblox. Just look.
What the?
Does it not look like COD?
No way.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were pulling up Call of Duty for no way.
Bro. Dude, this is Roblox. Look. It's even got like loadouts and shit, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. Look at this.
It's got Dead by Daylight graphics, but I mean, it's not bad looking at all for a Roblox game.
It just feels. It's just kind of crazy. It feels like COD, man.
That's kind of interesting.
I know, and the thing is like I would just hop.
Is this a mod or is this something the developers like actively did?
So from what I understand, the way Roblox works is that it's like a bunch of like user created games, and this is just one of those games.
Oh, so someone who makes Roblox. But I thought, how does this look like this when Roblox generally looks like?
I know. I don't know. I don't know what he did with the graphics, but he somehow smoothed it out, and now they look like actual people.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I'll give you this.
Right?
If you were playing normal Roblox, I'd be sending you a pacifier and a bib.
No, man. Yeah, I even like unlocked attachments. Like, there's actually like progression. So depending on how many kills you get, you unlock like parts and stuff like that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no skill base. It's just straight up. It's just team deathmatch. It's not like you're gonna get a story mode, which I think like a lot of people like COD for.
Yeah.
But this is just raw multiplayer, and you just hop in. It's free. You don't pay a freaking dime. You just make an account, boot up, and there you go. You got a whole COD multiplayer that you can just play for free now.
Yo, man, I've been meaning to tell you. Do you know almost every single store I've been to the last month has had a PS5 in stock?
Yeah, same. It's like Christmas now. Like it's awesome.
But to me, it feels kind of like it's like too late in a way.
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing that the PS5 has to offer that I'm itching to play, other than the Demon Souls remake, Horizon Zero Dawn on the new Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say if they got a special edition PS5, I am definitely gonna be.
Oh yeah. That's an easy purchase right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got there's some more gameplay if you want to see, dude.
I'm watching.
Like, isn't that nuts?
What are the dog tags on the ground for?
Oh, so this is kill confirmed. So the kill won't count unless you pick up their dog tags.
Oh, that's Kind of cool. Like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So this is just one game I've been playing. It's not the game I've been playing, but I'm just so mind blown that I can't help but continue to play it a lot. And then with my wife, I've been playing River City Girls too. I'm playing that.
I've heard it's really good though.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really good co-op story game to play with a couch co-op.
Yeah, yeah. You can play with up to 4 people. It's really good. We've been having a good time playing that.
I've heard it's really good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I love
Class.
games like this.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
I mean,
Yeah, I've been
sometimes
having a
the
good
old
time.
formula doesn't need anything new, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The weird part is they just added 4 player co-op online. And this game's been out for a while, so
Yeah, I know. Because this wasn't River City Girls also on the Vita?
maybe? I don't know. Yeah, this has been a blast. And then I've been playing, I know you'll remember this. You remember a while ago, I got you an Xbox and I was like, you
Yeah.
gotta play Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, I need a. I don't think it's one of the games you got me though.
Yeah, I don't know, but that
Let me
game,
go. Let me go look.
no problem. Jet
Go
Set
ahead.
Radio Future. See if you can find it.
I'm listening though. Continue.
Oh, okay. So there's a game called it's out on Steam now. It's called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. It's basically Jet Set Radio Future, but like 10 times better.
Yeah, the games you got me for the Xbox were Slide Key, The Sims 2, King Kong. Oh, yep. Jet Set Radio Future.
Yeah, they released a newer, not them, not Sega, but another company because so that copy that you have in your hand is one of the only that's ever been released. They haven't made a sequel, and it's
Yep.
been what, like over 20 years now. So
I don't know. I never owned an OG Xbox.
are you good? So
Well,
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure that is.
I own it now. You bought me one, but
Yeah.
I never had one growing up.
I think it was a release bundle like exclusive. I think, but
Oh,
they,
Jet Set Radio?
yeah, just a Radio Future. So I guess fans of the game said, you know what, Sega, since you're not going to do it, we are. So they decided to make their own version of the game,
That's
and
cool.
it's dope. It just came out, I think, like a week or two ago. I think it came out September 1st, or no, sometime around there. I think it was like the end of July, or the end of August, or the beginning of September. One of the two.
Yo,
And
speaking of
what's up?
Xbox, man, did you know that Master Chief wasn't supposed to be the icon of the Xbox?
Who was?
There was a game that dropped was like this like squirrel like character who was supposed that's who Xbox originally wanted as their icon, but the game didn't do well.
Hmm.
So Master Chief ended up becoming the icon of Xbox.
Yeah,
The
it's crazy to think,
mascot.
right?
I mean, because you think of like Nintendo, like Mario is like up there. Mario is like the mascot of Nintendo,
Yeah.
and then you got. I mean, it's kind of hard to pick point PlayStation, but I would think it was between Spyro and I would prefer Spyro, but I honestly think Crash Bandicoot is probably the icon of the OG.
I think you're right. Debatable between the two, though. I think you could argue Spyro. Now it's changed. Now, the real like exclusive mascots would be like probably Ratchet and Clank
Yeah,
because they're the only ones that actually stuck through the whole time.
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper, God of War. But yeah, like I guess like kid friendly, it would probably be the Ratchet and Clank or Sackboy. I feel like Ratchet and Clank's
Yeah,
more relevant though. No offense to Sackboy. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, I've been playing Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. It's
that
been
sounds kind of cool.
it's cool. It's just not challenging, but it's a good game if you want to just chill and just vibe and enjoy the music.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Hopefully
yeah.
they do. I know you're a huge fan of Jet Set Radio. I hope they do eventually do a remake. But
There's
Sega, man,
rumors.
when
There's
is
a
the
leak.
last?
They leaked. So they leaked a little bit of the new Jet Set Radio, which might be coming. And then I know they leaked it. Then they confirmed Persona 3 remake. Did you see that?
No, a Persona 3 remake?
Yup. Remastered everything. So it's actually going to be good. Because I can't stand that you can't tell exactly what to do to your companions on the first Persona 3 version. So I'm hoping they take that out and you can actually directly tell them what to do. And then obviously the graphics are better. And the story is pretty dark, so that I'm sure that'll be cool. I mean, all the Personas are kind of dark, but I
Oh,
think that one
I
was like,
forgot that Sega does own that game, don't they?
what?
Persona series.
They do? They're kind of
Speaking of,
slowly coming out, and I hope they wake up because there's no reason why somebody else should be doing what you should have been did.
yeah, I'm just waiting for Persona 6, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna get that for a while, dude. I think they remake 4 before they made 6.
I don't see why they remake 3, make 6. I mean, didn't Persona 5 came out back what, 2015?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Persona 5 came out September 15th of 2016.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's been 7 years.
Yeah, I guess if they remake 3, give it a couple years, that makes 6, but I just don't see them doing that.
Apparently, the guy who's in charge of it released a tease that Persona 6 or a Persona game is coming out in 2024.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3, the remake, most likely.
Persona 6 is rumored to be in development. I want to be honest, I'm not gonna say Persona 6 is probably gonna be a bad game, but it is gonna be hard
Yeah,
because Persona 4 was good, but it was not Persona 5.
no.
Persona 5 is gonna be very hard to follow up on.
I mean, they all have their own strong suits. I like 3's story a lot. I like 4's characters more than all of them. And then 5, I think, just has like the cleanest gameplay out of all of them. So I don't know. I don't know what they can do with this new one, but the only thing I really want is another fighting game. That's what I want.
Another Persona fighting game.
Yeah, man. That would be amazing.
But
That
I
would
mean,
make me happy. If they did that with 3, 4, and 5 characters, I'd be cool with that.
yeah, but did the game do a pretty crappy move? Didn't they drop and then you had to buy everything else?
Wait, what you mean?
Didn't the game not drop with all the characters like they said they were going
Nah, you're
to?
thinking about Cross Tag Battle. Blaze Brew Cross Tag. That's the game that it was like fighters. There's like characters. You pick 3, I think, 2 or 3,
Hmm.
and then it was like Blaze Blue, Persona, and 2 other games that I can't think of right now. I think one of them was like Under Night or something like that. But the problem with it is that they would release the characters in bundles. Yeah, no. Persona Arena, they dropped the DLC characters, but it wasn't like broken up to where like I think Ruby was another one too, actually. And it was like the characters were broken up into DLC packs and you had to like buy them individually. It was so bad. So stupid.
All the Persona Arena?
No. This was Cross Tag Battle. I think it was called
Oh.
Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Persona
I mean,
Arena had like
let's be
DLC
honest,
characters and then
let's be honest, did
they
it?
re-released it on PS4
Oh.
with everyone. But
Yeah, but did they do the same thing? I mean, not really the same thing, but I mean, you played the heck out of Dragon Ball Z Fighters, but they also dropped
yeah, it
a
was so
bunch of
bad. Yeah.
DLC characters.
Yeah.
I bought Broly, which was the only one I brought, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, it seems like all these fighting games are doing that now. So annoying. And it makes you just want to wait for the ultimate edition that they inevitably will release. And then you just play it that way.
The only exception I made to that rule, I do that too now, but the only exception I made to that rule was the last was the Switch version of Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I bought all the characters, you know,
Yeah, they're making you buy. They ain't making no ultimate edition. They're making you buy that shit.
because I bought the tier 1 pass, which gave you access to the first releases. Then I bought Piranha Plant, and then I bought the tier 2 pass, or the season 2 pass, whatever you want to call it, the character pass too.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Like I love all the characters that are in it, man. And don't get me wrong, like I have a blast playing with my nephews and nieces, but I still wish they would have added more. I mean, if it's going to be their last one, I don't see why they didn't go balls to the wall crazier. They went pretty crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
they had every single character from every game plus some new ones, but still, I mean, think about all the games that the great Nintendo games. Like, man, I would love to play as Bomberman. People forget about Bomberman, dude. Come on.
I think they closed off well having Sora, but
I agree, but I mean that still leaves like there were so many. I mean, so many Mario characters. I
yeah,
like Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant's a cool fighter, but I would have much more preferred seeing someone who's never got to be a chance on the screen
yeah. Was
instead of
Wario
another.
ever a fighter?
No, Mario's always been a fighter. Waluigi,
Was
never.
not.
No. There's a modded form of Melee, and
That hasn't.
that has like a way more characters than like the game ever did.
Mm. Project M, I think it's called.
Yeah, but I mean, just think of all the Nintendo characters who never got to see like their time. I mean, there are so
Yeah.
many games they could have thrown in there, and they threw in some really cool ones. Do not get me wrong. I am not saying I'm disappointed. I'm just saying that there was a lot more they could have expanded on if this was going to be his last one.
Yeah.
Because there's so many Nintendo game characters that they did not need the license to. They added so many Fire Emblem characters for the last one too. Granted, I love the Fire Emblem series and I think a lot of the games are good, but I don't need to play as every single main character from every Fire Emblem.
No. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. I don't know why they kept spamming them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
what's
I said
their-
you know why.
I don't know why they kept spamming them, but I feel like because they knew they wanted to end it, they had to end it with like a bang, and Sora was like that bang, but I don't know what they're gonna do
I
now.
won't lie, that was a bang. It had a lot of people crying. Like, did you see that
Yeah.
like reaction video?
Yeah.
They announced it and they had a bunch of little like people like reacting to it who were crying their little eyes out.
Yeah, yeah. Because the problem is that so many people said it was impossible because Disney.
Yeah.
So it's actually like one of the rare Disney W's where they actually allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the biggest issue. Now, granted, of course, you're not going to see Mickey Mouse on there, but you know the fact that they even
No.
let them have
But
Sora.
I think that's fair. It's not. I'm not saying I would want to see it, but I mean, bro, they could have added like evil Sora.
Yeah,
They could have added, Terra, Ventus
yeah,
instead of all these Fire Emblem characters. There are so many other characters from like just the Keyblade. Like, bro, Aqua was a huge deal for a while. I'm surprised Aqua wasn't even considered,
yeah.
or at least was talked about. Because like Sora released with Aqua would have been dope.
Oh
You get
yeah,
to play as two Keyblade wielders, and that would be a dope fighting game. Kingdom Hearts fighting game.
I could definitely see that.
That would
I
be
could
dope.
definitely see that. Yeah. I mean, if they could do it with Project L, make League of Legends into a fighting game. I
Yeah.
feel like anything could be a fighting game at this point.
I mean, it's more. I mean, there's the amount of spin-offs they do in other series.
Yeah. Did you see any gameplay of that League fighting game?
No, man. I mean,
It looks sharp, dude.
it does.
It looks really good.
Boy, and the best part about it, it looks so arcadey. That's nuts.
So these are professionals playing. They're two very well known pro players.
The two
And some
guys
of
on the right. The guys on the right.
Yeah, the name's on the right. Exactly. They're going to
Yeah.
be on the right. But, dude, some of the things they do and some of the tools that Yasuo has here is just absolutely disgusting. Like, he got no business having, like, what is that? You saw that, right? Like,
No. Well, let me see it again.
he's got attacks that, like, cover all the screen. Like, there's no reason to have attacks like that. Like, look at this. Look at that anti-air right there. That's sharp.
Oh, yeah,
Look at this.
boy. Fuck you in your airtime.
Do you see that? Like, dude. Nah, bro.
No, I like that.
Like,
But it
Yasuo has no
could be-
business.
It could be broken, so I'll give it to you in one half, but the anti-air is very good to have because that can
Wow.
be really annoying. I remember fighting you in Dragon Ball Z Fighters. That anti-air moves would have been great.
Yeah.
you imagine you try to swoop into me and I just chop you real quick out of the air? Like, nope, you
Yeah, Darius hits like a truck. I mean, you'll see how much health he takes in some of these combos.
that seemed very Dragon Ball Z fighter-esque, the little
Yeah,
blast.
some of the combos are just disgusting, dude.
Yeah, a lot like League, right? It's similar to the idea of like her.
Yeah, it looks like you can still play even if you're playing with someone else. So say me and you are in a team, you could still move if I call you in for an assist. You saw that, right?
Yeah, the
it's
dude's
very
out.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that because it's like,
A lot like League, right? It's similar to the
You saw that?
idea of like her.
yeah, Darius came out to go for an assist, but nothing happened. Now I'm wondering if it's just an animation you can come and do, or if they can actually come out and help. You know?
It was gnarly. His RA was really clean.
I think if you like tag in, you assume control after that. See?
Oh,
See how he tagged in right there? Now you're automatic. So say like right now you're Ari.
There you go.
yeah.
Hold on, let me see if it shows.
You tag
right here.
in.
Let's say you're Ari right now.
Yep.
Right? You call me assist, and I guess you press a button, and then once you do that, I just start playing immediately. It's gonna happen right here. Watch. So she's gonna call the assist. Something happens here, and then now the guy's taking control of Darius. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? So it's like literally 2-on-2. Like you gotta actually pay attention
I'm
because
wondering if
you may
like,
just
for
tag
example,
in and play.
if you and I are in a team and you get KO'd, and my character comes in for an assist, let's say I'm KO'd, and then I like you like do the assist, but I'm wondering if I can take control of your character.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if he does a crazy combo here. He's gonna need to. He's gonna have to take like so much health. No. Like that. Look, they went back and forth. Like that's crazy. Like see,
That's
look.
gross.
Yeah. Look. Here hits. Ari tags in. Is now in control. Darius tags in. Now he's in control. Like what is happening? He actually hit that.
Oh boy!
Dude. It's crazy, man. It's nuts.
I'm kind of hyped for this.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like being able to play with your friend, I think is like the coolest thing. You know what I mean? So it's not really like just 1-on-1 with an assist. It's like 2-on-2.
I know that the league's mostly a computer thing, but I'm hoping they make this a console game. This would actually sell pretty freaking well.
I think so, yeah. I know that the league spin-off games have been console games, so
Some, I mean,
Yeah.
not Runeterra.
I don't know why not, right? It should be.
You can download it, I think. No, actually, I don't even know if you can download League and other stuff on.
I think on Xbox you can, but it's got to be on PC, I think.
I won't play this with you though. I mean, against you.
Yeah, we could be on the same team.
I learned my lesson with Dragon Ball Z Fighters, man. I'll get over here, I get like a 12-hit combo, and then you go, and it's like 96-hit combo. Like fuck you. I wonder what the initial roster is gonna look like.
I know. Echo. Echo's definitely going to be in this.
Yeah, Echo and Jinx are here too. I saw them.
Yeah.
But I still am wondering what the initial roster is going to be. How many characters are going to be in the initial roster? Oh, for me, the
I
only
hope they do
downside.
the league model where like you can just gain like in-game currency and then buy champs. That'd be great.
Yeah, the downside to me seeing this though, because in like League of Legends, you have a pick and ban portion, right?
Mhm.
You can get rid of champs you don't want to deal with, and that doesn't always mean it's not a perfect model. Because let's say like you put in 100 hours and have all this currency, and you go against me, and I just started, and I just have like the base starting characters. Or if they do what they do in like League and they have a free rotation until you can purchase characters.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I can tell you this much. I don't know a single fighting game who has ever locked characters.
Yeah,
They'll usually won't let you have dupes of the same team, so you can't have like two Darius in one team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. But I mean,
I don't think they'll ban like characters. That's unheard of.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. And I'm not saying they're probably going to do it, but I'm wondering because if, for example, it's like you could play it for free, yeah, and you get really good. But what happens when they drop a champion you really want? You don't have the currency.
Yeah.
And how League tends to do things is they want to, in the main game, they want to incentivize you to buy the new champion, right?
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll make the new champion really strong. I can
Oh,
see
that's
that.
guaranteed. That's 100% gonna happen.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would turn me off of the fighting game more than League, because at least with League, I have four other people to back me up.
Mm-hmm.
Even if this champion sucks, I still have four people to kind of help me. In the fighting game, I got one, and he can't be attacking every time at the same time as I do as in League. Because
Right.
League, if someone's steamrolling the game, you can have two people hiding in a bush and come and everyone can blow their combos.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in the fighting game.
No. No. It's
That's
cool. Like, I'm
I'm
happy they're
definitely gonna
doing it,
try it. Yeah, I'm
but
definitely gonna try it. I'm definitely gonna play it out and see how good it goes. But I know I'm not a very big like fighting game guy, so this would be more of a console. Like this is to me, it's more of a sit on the couch and play
yeah.
casually with a buddy at home than it is playing, on the computer hours on end like League.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if they have really cool stuff you can earn, which they're probably gonna do, they're probably gonna drop skins and cosmetics.
100%.
But if it's gonna, it's I'm gonna think it's gonna follow the same path of Legend of Runeterra. They dropped the initial stuff and they had the initial little store that had some like cute little goodies you can get in it, but it was nothing really like it was nothing impressive, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually, they started flushing out Runeterra, and then they started flushing out some stuff you can get, and then you get boards with animations, card backs that are just really cool looking, and then you get a little buddy on the side who does really cool animations when you do a cool combo or win. I can see like eventually them flushing out. And they're gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a free to play game. They nickel and dime it. I mean, I understand that with free to play games. To me, it's that's how they're making their money off the game. Some games, i.e., Fallout 76, that charged you the full package and then charged you a subscription fee and then nickel and dimed you on all the cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay to me.
No, no, no. I'm sure I don't think it'll be as good as Runeterra, but hopefully they have something that's just as good.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, our group tends to lean more towards strategy games than fighting games, but there might be a group out there that leans more towards fighting games than strategy games.
Yeah. We'll see what they decide to do with the character models and how they're going to price them and stuff. Hopefully,
Yeah.
ideally in a perfect world, I would like them to do it maybe the way like
League of Legends did it. I mean, you didn't play a lot, but like you can earn what's called blue essence.
yeah, that's what I'm
And
hoping.
like the downside of this is I don't know what they're gonna do, but since like in League of Legends, some champions have been out for years, they're cheaper than other champions. So like you'll have like one champion that's worth like 1,000 blue essence, but then you'll have like the newest champions which are worth like 6,800 blue essence.
Yeah. What have you played that's been very good that you would recommend people to
Dude,
play?
oh man, I haven't played anything in a while.
Besides Baldur's Gate, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you even like
Uh,
it?
oh, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I like D&D, and it's a video game for D&D. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play. You can a lot of customization, a lot of what's it called? There's just a lot you can do inside of a world of D&D, and they gave you a lot of creative freedoms to do in this game as well.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Like, how some games you get an NPC follower and they can't change them.
Hmm.
In this game, let's say you like the cleric's character, but you want to be a cleric and you don't want her to be a cleric. You can change her to a mage if you want.
Hmm.
You don't have to keep your followers, the NPC characters you get throughout the
Hmm.
game,
Hmm.
stuck with their original classes.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really like that.
And now, is it literally like D&D in the sense that you can literally do whatever you want, or?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, the D&D is always going to be more open because it's an imagination versus because someone's got to code everything for you to do.
Yeah.
But it's pretty open on what it allows you to do. Like every interaction, especially when you're playing with up to four people, like, one person might decide just to attack a guy that you wanted to talk to, and now you're in combat.
And then the consequences be damned, pretty much.
Yeah, you
But
better
it's a
hope
set
that.
campaign. Like Baldur's Gate is a set campaign.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is an actual campaign book you can go and get.
Okay. But it's not
So,
like you have to beat it. You can do other things, side quests,
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, the downside to the game, in my personal opinion, but I guess there's a reason they did it. In D&D, a lot of campaigns only go up to 12. So max level in D&D is 20.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't want to let your character get so powerful because, the cleric, for example, eventually gets access to a spell where they can summon God to fight, their God to fight on the battlefield. And that's a whole god.
Yeah, that's broken.
Yeah. So you don't get access to the summon God one, but you do get access to some of the other cool cleric abilities. Like you can summon a spirit guardian to fight with you, which is kind of fun. Spirit guardians are pretty dope, but it being at level 12 kind of lowers your ability to do certain things, but it ups your ability to do. But it's a lot of fun if you ever want to. I mean, you were interested in playing D&D, and you
You think
never
I should
really.
get it?
If you want a D&D experience in a video game, I recommend it. Yes, highly recommend it. If you want to get a taste of what D&D could be like, it is a phenomenal tool to use to teach people what D&D is like.
And you would say it's pretty immersive. Like I could
Yeah.
like lock in and just get lost in that world.
Yeah. You'll
Nah.
you'll I mean, the game has had more so people spend on average when they first play it like a few hours in character creation. I spent I think 2.5 hours creating my very first character because I spent a little bit when I got the game was in beta.
Mm-hmm.
But when the game full released, man, like I spent a minimum of like 2 to 3 hours just making a character. Then you make a character, and then you got to make a companion, and then you got to make like it was called like your guardian, and I
Mm.
spent another hour making her. The game basically was like, yeah, do this, then do this, but it's so cool. They added a lot of stuff. The downside is it sounds like Larian Studios isn't going to be adding any expansions. They have no intention at this time. So kind of for a while, this is what it is. This is
Mm.
all you get. So like there's a lot of races in the D&D world that um they're not in the game, thankfully. So there's not like a tease like, oh, you could have been a turtle, but we're not letting you be a turtle. And the turtle is like a basically like a ninja turtle.
Yeah,
But
that's
they,
funny.
they they didn't add anything like that to kind of like say screw you.
Yeah.
And they have every class but artificer and blood hunter. But that's got its own stories. They have everything that's pretty much base D&D in the game. Besides, there's a lot of subclasses that are missing from some classes, but I mean, at a minimum, every class has a minimum of three. Some have more, which I was telling you, like the wizard and cleric have like the most amount of subclasses out of every class in the game.
It doesn't have like any Steam mod support or anything like that.
I don't know if they will.
That would be crazy, dude.
I can see, I can see even if they don't, but I know the community is going to mod this game.
Yeah.
This game is phenomenal. It's a great experience. I would not be surprised if in the next 6 months if it would be modded.
Yeah, they're probably gonna add some. I mean, I'm sure there already is mods out right now.
Oh, I think you'll have to get a new gen console. I'm not sure, but it's basically I mean, yeah.
I think my PC barely runs it. I'm
Okay.
almost positive that I meet at least the minimum. I think I'm a little past the minimum if I remember correctly.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a blast.
Yeah, I see Baldur's Gate 3 mods.
I'm not surprised. It's already got mods. All right, dog. Catch you on the next episode.
Yeah.
What do you? What's the next game you're playing on stream?
Fortnite.
Gosh, dang. You don't ever get tired?
Well, I haven't played it in like an extremely long time, so the next day I'm gonna be playing like a new game that's like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but pretty epic.
Which one?
It's called Thunder Ray, I think is what it's called.
Thunder Ray?
Oh. I'm gonna be playing that on stream. It's gonna be good.
What I want to get back into, man, and I wish you would do this for your I wish you would do a Dead by Daylight night or something, man. But I'm just saying, if you get some people in the chat who get the game, you know, invite me, and then we do the 5v1 deal, you know, the 1v4, host private game, and then, you know, you could chase around your streamers, or not your followers, or, you know, you escape from your follower, escape from one of your followers.
If I ever do a night of it, I'll definitely let you know. I think that'd be cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years later, you finally want to do it?
I don't know, man. I watch a lot of Dead by Daylight, but I don't play it.
I don't play it anymore either, man. I'm not blaming you. But if we had a group of people to play with, I'd do it.
Yeah, maybe like once in a while. I'll be down.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you go though. See you, dog.
All right, take care, man.
All right. Love you, brother.
Love you too.